Hi, this is the 11th module in the .NET Lemon in this series, and we've been coding C# Basic for about 10 lessons now. In this lesson, we'll talk about one of the major building blocks of C# as a programming language, and it's the concept of classes. What are classes in C#? Now, we said C# is an object-oriented programming language, yes. So what classes are in C# is basically it's what gives us the ability to structure objects that pertain to real life in our scenario. So, for example, I'm a human being and I have properties, I have things I can do. There are animals, they can do things, they have properties, they are cars, they have engines, they have number of tires, they have the model, the name, the year it was manufactured, and there are things it could perform. And we can all model that in our programming language of choice, which happens to be C# in this scenario. So what classes are is they give us that ability to create models of things we like to create. It gives us the ability to create things according to our specifications in programming. So let me actually show you a little bit of it. So in this module, we'll be working with a person, yeah, like me. So let's go ahead and actually write that code. So what I'll do is over here, I'll create a new program. That's a .NET New Console. I'll do 11 classes. So I'll just open up the program.cs file and clear this up. Now, let's say I want to model myself. Of course, I'll just be working with a little bit of the properties of a woman, but I cannot possibly go through all of it. So let's walk through some of them. So all I need to do is over here, I'll create a new class, person. And because I'm in VS Code, it gives me the opportunity to actually move this into the class I need to, because it's good practice to ensure that our code is as minimal as possible. So I'll move this into its own file, and then I'll go ahead and work with it. So normally what I will do is I'll start modeling the human being. For example, a person has a name. Okay, so I'll have name. Also, even in name, we have properties of name. So you have first name, last name, middle name. So let me split this up. First name. So let me actually explain what all this looks like. What the reason why we have this long thing over here. So let me actually make this public. When we talk about accessors, we'll talk about why I'm having public all around here. But what I need to show us here is the string. I remember when we were talking about data types, we model things that look like human beings, but we can use the generic data types that come alongside C#. So normally I have the string, which will be my name. So my name is a combination of characters, which is Dara. And then I give it the name. So this is a variable, string first name. But in the context of a class now, we have to ensure that we are able to retrieve the property and assign a value to that property. That is why we have this get and set. What they do in essence is that this get serves as the shorthand for retrieving the value that we save inside this first name property. And then this set assigns the value to them. Actually, this is the long form of it. All right. So this is the long form of it. Let me just set this as last name. This is the long form of this line I have here. But of course, if you don't need to, you most times don't need to worry about doing all this once. All right. So let me just clean this up. So we have public. Now let me just explain a little bit of what public means. Public simply means that you can use this property or this field or whatever thing you have done with public outside this library disassembly. That's what public means. So you're able to access it outside. There's the concept of private, and what that does is it ensures that that variable or that value stays obscured from external libraries or properties. So, for example, if I was to add this as what we call a reference, we'll talk a little bit more about that in another project or application, I'm able to access this first name property of this person. But if I was to have it as private, I will not be able to access it. It's just like having a house. You are the owner of your house. You can enter your house anytime you want. So it's to you, and it's a private property. Someone you don't know, someone who is not a member of your family, that property is private to them. They cannot access it, even though they can see it. They cannot actually access the things that are inside your house, except you give them access to it by making it public. All right, so let me just go ahead and define all the other properties. So, last name and phone number. Even though I'll do using my real phone number over here. All right. And then we have email address. So let me just model it just as basic as this one. This is what it looks like, to be honest, nothing special more than that. And we can model different objects. Let's say we want to model, let's say a car. I think that should be more fun. So I'll say, or let me call it vehicle, right? And let me actually move this into its own class, into its own file. So normally a car would have number of tires, it would have the make, so it could be Toyota, it could be Honda, it could be Tesla, and of course it has a model and the year of manufacture. That could be an int. So we could have Toyota Corolla 2005, Tesla Model S 2017, things like that. We could have the transmission type. Um, so we could have all these sets over here. All right. So let me actually remove the transmission type because I'd love to explain that in another module in details. That's the concept of enumerations. I'll explain that in other modules. So let's limit it to this. And basically, I can now decide to make use of this on and on and on. And I'll show us how to do that in the next module. So let's see you right there.